He kind of demands quite a lot of our time. He's very into his equipment and say, hey guys, like, is there anything the equipment can help me with on this? I'm struggling with this, or I'm looking to improve this area of my bag.
What's going on, Dormy Golf? I'm Sam from the TaylorMade Tour team. We're here at the Scandinavian mixed event, and this is the TaylorMade Tour truck. I'm gonna give you a quick whiz around it. We're building some clubs in the background. It's all go here. Let's get stuck in. Over here, we have our Team TaylorMade soft goods area. You can see some really familiar names at the top here, and not so familiar names as you go further down, but we're trying to make them all the way up to the top to join these guys at the top, as you can see. So predominantly, players will come on, they'll get 3 dozen golf balls a week, 4 gloves and 4 hats, and that should help them every week. So as you move on through here, we have a waiting area, which is a cool part of the truck, just to keep the players away from where we'll be doing the magic happening in the back here. As you can see, Mark's just away there building a hybrid for a player this week. So as we come through onto this side of the truck, we have the build side. So you can see all of our machinery here. We have the ferrule belt, the grinding wheel, and the cutting machine. And then we have an array of weights that we use to really dial in those swing weights, the total weight of the golf club, and to edit the CG location in the head, which will affect the launch and spin of what our carbon woods are doing out on the range this year. We have loads of sleeve options. The FCT obviously gives you the option to change it from standard all the way to lower and standard all the way to higher. So you can actually have like a 9-degree head, but it could actually be, you know, 11 degrees. And if you go to lower, you could have a 9-degree that sits at 7, for example. In these drawers, we keep everything component formatted on this tour truck. Everything is built from start to finish on here. We don't have generic standard stock. Everything is built to a number, to an extreme tight tolerance. If I was to place an order with our technician, Alex Marine, you would be looking at 25 minutes, and that player, depending on how far the walk is to the range, this week it's quite a long walk. So we're probably thinking that the product will be built and ready to be hit within half an hour, which is obviously good for us when we've got such tight windows with players. Everything in there, you've got drivers, both models, Stealth and Stealth Plus. You've also got both Stealth and Stealth Plus fairway wood options, and hybrids are sitting there just beneath the ferruling belt. One thing we do on this truck, we do bag MOTs, which is basically like your car at home. We like to make sure that everything is running smoothly. On your car, we would do the same with a golf bag. So the loft and line machine just allows us to look at the gappings that we've done work with the player on the range and make sure that they're all going the same numbers, and we'll just refer to that using these machines here. We also have a putter loft and line machine. We use these every single event, more so than any other piece of machinery on this truck. We normally check a player's golf bag every 4 events, 3 to 4 events, I would say. This side of the truck is slightly different. Although that is the build side, we do run out of the space to hold some product. So you'll see our MG3 wedges, high toe 2s, and all of our iron sets will be located in this drawer here. And that would be where we would pick the majority of all of our irons that we'll build on this truck if they haven't had a set and they're happy with them at the beginning of the year. But like I said, we keep this general stock because wedges do wear over the time, and they are probably the most thing we update a lot more. Predominantly, players would have between 3 to 4 sets of wedges a year, depending on how much they practice. And the irons tend to stick in for the full season unless they're unhappy with them, and then we have to look at changing shafts or something like that. But yeah, a full year for a set of irons, 3 to 4 set of wedges. Mark's just using the machine over here, which is the Della Cruz machine, Golf Instruments. So you've seen the loft and line machine here for the irons. We actually use the Golf Instruments machine, which gives us the loft and the lie of all of our metal woods. So when we're looking at maybe a Sim 2 driver and we're looking to update that into a Stealth, we want to know what the true loft and lie, what setting it's on, what's the swing weight. So this machine allows us to check what is the true loft and lie and the face angle of that golf club. So when we're direct comparison a Sim 2 to a Stealth, we're comparing exactly the same to see what the benefits are with our new driver. And we're seeing a lot of those. So with that in mind, we move through. We do have the ability on the tour truck, just before I move on to the gripping station, we do have the ability to bend our Stealth fairway woods with the without the adjustable hosels on. So we'll have different molds for each head, as you can see. We'll have different molds. So for example, this one is a 3 wood. So what happens is the club will go into the bottom there, the top will shut on it, we'll put it in there, bending bar, we can manipulate that, loft, lie, and face angle of the golf club. In these drawers here, just keep a generic amount of grips, to be honest with you. This is just our generic drawer. And then in here, we'll have some of our player grips. Every player is sort of individual to their feel, to their shot feedback that they feel throughout the vibrations of the shaft. You'll see, for example, Colin will play a grip with some cord in it. And then you've got someone like Tommy that will play something that's quite soft and quite sticky as that's the feel he likes to receive on the shot feedback. So that would be all of our grips in there. And how we fire the grips on is our gripping station, which is bespokely made for this TaylorMade tour truck. Works on a compressor unit. So the club will go down there, works on the compressor unit, clamps it in place. Got a hidden pedal underneath where my left foot is. Fluid comes out, and here's my tape.
So obviously we're here in Sweden. It's a little bit wetter. We've had a bit of rain this week. So I've noticed a lot of requests coming in for hybrid clubs. And although players won't change week to week to suit the course, we as a tour team will certainly notice more requests suited to that course. So for example, if we fit an average of 10 fairway woods each week, one week, you know, it's a bit windier, the course demands it, you do 7 or 8 driving irons and only 2 or 3 fairway woods. And then the next week you might see some 7 woods and 5 woods, some more 7 woods and 5 woods going in play. This week it's definitely been more of a hybrid type of course because I think we've built a lot more hybrids than we usually would. But it's not like the players are changing their whole bags week to week to suit the course. You'll just see a few more requests coming in, you know, that the course sort of demands of the players' games. So for example, someone like Nikolai Højgaard, he kind of demands quite a lot of our time. He's very into his equipment. He likes to test products, and if he's struggling in his game, he likes to come to us and say, hey guys, like, is there anything the equipment can help me with on this? I'm struggling with this, or I'm looking to improve this area of my bag. And he would be a player that we would see maybe slightly more frequently than most of the guys. He likes to test his equipment and he likes to kind of put some demands on us. So he's one guy that we work very closely with.
From week to week, the players can make changes depending on the course conditions. We've had previous weeks where the course is super hard and linksy, like in the Dutch Open. Guys were asking for wedges that were sort of low bounce. We can do a lot of 2 irons, 3 irons off the tees when it's like a links course. This week and last week is certainly slightly softer conditions where guys might want a slightly wider sole and more bounce on their wedges. So we do see equipment changes depending on the course and the weather for the week. But generally they'll stay in the same golf ball. They know how that golf ball works. We sometimes get a few changes for altitude, but generally they'll stick to the same golf ball. But certainly wedges and driving irons off the tee are big changes for type of courses.